Hello, you're here with Red Face and the Dirty Toes production. We're making a DIY video on how to make the world's smallest 4-bearing spinner. Fidget toy, gadget, gear, fun thing. I don't care what you want to call it, but we're gonna make one. We're trying to make this video for people that need a tutorial on how to make a very tiny spinner as not to take up too much space in their pockets, or just something fun to play with and to have. As well, just to kind of show Dylan Kowalski, I'm probably going to say his name wrong. I'm just kidding. Dylan Kowalski, he does DIY videos, he makes yo-yo videos, and he does little gadget and fidget toys, as well unboxings. So we kind of saw one of his videos and wanted to spin off of one of them. He made the world's smallest spinner fidget toy. We might not beat his, and we're not trying to make a record, but it was really cool and inspirational, and I'd like to make one as well myself. And he did his with the wheels on. I'm going to do it with the wheels off, just strictly bearing. And let's get to that. This right here is one of the bearings that we're going to be using from fingerboard, skateboard, as those are one of the smallest bearings that I know of. We took them out of these wheels. We're going to be taking out the rest of the bearings from the other wheels. We took the wheels off a board like this. This was just a $15 board. P-Rep Broken Knuckles. We're working with this shape and seeing if it's the shape we want to go with. And this is our other shape. We're going to see if that's the one we want to go with. But we first got to cut them out and look at them. We use this special handy dandy pencil to draw out all of our pictures. We're going to be using these two drill bits, one to have a starting point and one to the size of the bearing so that it fits in snugly. We're going to be using our trusty drill to be making all of our little tiny holes that we need made. So let's get started with that first bit. We're going to be starting with the drilling instead of the cutting so as not to splinter the wood. Let's get that drill on. That was easy. Let's get the other side ready, since we already have this bit in. Now it's time to take out this drill bit and put in this big bad boy. And now, the other side. And there is our two pieces. We're going to now get the bearings ready to go in. As you notice, there are still 3 bearings inside wheels that need to be taken out. So that'll be the next part of this video. We got to get these bearings out of these wheels. So what we're going to use is our clippers and just a little rod to push them out. So let's get started. You go on the inside of the hole and you clip down in 4 different places on either side, and it starts kind of opening it up. Just kind of keep clipping away a little bit at the plastic until pretty much it's free. Then take your steel rod and push it through. And there's your bearing. And then now you just have to do that 2 more times. And there you go. We got our bearings. So this is pretty much trash. There you go. Now let's go put them in the spinner. We are going to be using our Dremel 3000 to be cutting out our fidget toy, the world's smallest 4-bearing fidget toy spinner. We're going to be using this bit to cut out our pieces and then choose which one we want to fit our bearings into. We're going to be using this bit to be sanding down everything and fine-tuning and cleaning it up. So let's get started. Always make sure that you wear eye protection. At least protect your eyes. Keep your safety on. Trying to take off as much as possible before I go and sand. Now let's cut out the other one. Just try and get off as much as you can before the sanding. So now that we have them both cut, we're going to sand them down and get them a little bit more nice, fine and tuned. But remember to always make sure your safety is on. Alright, well, here's the first one. And there's our second one. Now you gotta figure out which one we want to use. I think this one. What does the camera person think? We got a thumbs up. I think we're going with this one. We're going to be gluing in our bearings with Harambe glue. Gorilla glue. Sorry about that. We're going to be gluing this together with our Gorilla Glue. Putting our tiny little bearings inside of this piece of wood to finalize our spinner fidget toy. We're going to be using this toothpick to apply. Since these are such small bearings, it's going to be hard to apply this through the nozzle. So we're going to be using this toothpick. So let's get started. Let's take our Harambe glue, and on our parchment paper, let's put a dot, a dot, a dot. Put your dot. Sometimes it takes a moment before it comes out, but always once you got it going, it's everywhere. Sticking your fingers together, you're stuck to your couch, your kitchen table, whatever you're making.
You're stuck to your cat.
Stuck to your cat. Meow. So let's take a little bit of this glue and get it on our toothpick. Take one of our bearings here and let's put glue on it. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of glue on the inside of this. As well. I guess I'll put my bearing down and put this over it. Maybe that'll work. There we go. You know, glue gets near the bearing. We don't want our bearings stuck together, so that it looks like this. We take our next bearing, get some glue on our toothpick, put some glue on our bearing. I guess we'll put a little bit on the inside of here. Spread it around so none of it's like gooped up and gets stuck inside the bearing. But put down our bearing. Grab our third bearing. Some glue on the toothpick. Houston, we have a problem. Everything still spins. Let's get the last of this super glue before it dries up on us. So we'll let that dry here for a couple of minutes. We're now to our final step, And that's sanding it down, making it a little bit rounded off, making it look prettier. So we got ourselves here our 60 grit and our 320 grit. We're going to first start with our 60 grit, take off a big amount first. Now we're moving on to our 320 grit. Let's get it all nice and rounded off. Well, when I have something to put this on, have a little fun with it when we do. So this is done, so let's make something to spin it on. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this toothpick, we're going to just clip off one of the ends. Gone! There you have this. So here it is. We want to make sure we give it a nice protective seal, so we're using some wood polish and this Q-tip, and we're going to put it on the wood. Give it a alright shine, and we'll sand it one more time with the 300 grit. You can already tell it livened up that wood. Oh, let's let it dry for a second. Oh, now that it's dried a little bit, give it a nice sanding. Putting on our second coat, putting on our second coat, putting on our second coat, putting on our second coat. If you're gonna do that, might as well do this. Protect all the parts of what you love. Oh, let those dry. And since I like this so much, and it's so cool, I'm gonna make it a carrying case with this and this. What we're gonna do now, turn this into a case for it with these. So we're gonna take the container, take this nice spongy stuff, put this on top, and cut around the mouthpiece. It's okay if it's slightly bigger, because then it can just kind of fit in there. A little snugger, more snug. Put it on there again. Then we take our little buddy here, put it right here. Could actually, if you wanted to, take this part out, toss it down here, toss this on top. So look at the size of this thing. I don't know if it's the world's smallest. I don't want to fully claim that. Maybe the name's bait clicking. I don't know. I hope not. But I will claim that as of right now, until somebody else points it out, this is the world's smallest 4-bearing fidget toy. Fits in the inside of a nickel. So, this is Red Face and the Dirty Toes production. Doing this is an inspiration from Dylan Kowalski and everybody out there on YouTube that likes DIY videos and these fidget videos and these cool little things like this. Thank you for all the support, people. Please like, subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. And I hope all of you enjoy your daily broadcasted lives.